guys, welcome back to another Madden 22 video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to get the 91 overall bow from this set. I completed it. It took me a while. I was on YouTube because I needed a little help. But I was on YouTube and I saw videos on how to do it, but not exactly like showing you or explaining it to you how to do it. So I thought I'd make a video since I did it and show you guys in the yard how I did it. So if you come over here, you need to complete 4 objectives. You complete the 4 objectives, get 4 tokens, and you put these into the sack, you get the bow. Now, the 4 objectives are 3 step arms, 3 break tackles, 6 dives into the end zone, and 5 40-yard passing touchdowns. Now, even though it looks simple, it is kind of confusing because they don't explain outright. They don't learn it right. You have to do it with the character, and I'll get to this in a minute, wearing the bow shoes. So you have to throw the 5 touchdowns as the QB with the shoes on. You have to break the tackles with the player that has the shoes on. And that's what I didn't get. I thought you just have the player in the yard, any position, and do the objectives with any player. That's not the case. It has to be the player with the shoes on. And before we move on, you get other items with these objectives. You see the stiff arms. You get gloves and a back plate for your avatar person. The break tackles get a gridiron pack for the 5 touchdowns. You get the pants and the sleeves, and for the 6 dives, you get a legends pack, which isn't that bad. Now, let's hop into the yard, and I'll show you guys how to equip the shoes and everything. Okay, so they're at the main title screen. Now what you're going to do is click select, and it brings you to this screen. Now, before we show you how to equip the shoes, if you click RB and you come over to objectives, I didn't notice either, and you come down to bonus, it shows you the progress for each objective. So that's a little tip for you. Now, if you come over to edit avatar, you're going to see our avatar, our player. And you can edit the uniforms. You got the home and the away. Now, if you don't know how to get the bow shoes, you come over to deals, and they're going to be, well, I bought it already, but it's going to be right here. You can buy it with points, you can buy the bundle, or you can just buy the first one. It's 50,000 credit. Credit is easy. If you're like me, you never play the yard, you get credit by doing objectives in Ultimate Team. So I don't even have to play the yard, and I racked up like 85,000 credit. So the first bundle right here was 50,000 credit. So if you have it, buy it. And all we need are the shoes in the top right corner. The shoes. So that's how you get the shoes. So we're going to back out. And what you're going to do, I did it for both. You go to the dark uniform, you got to flip feet, and you're going to just put the bone nose shoes your character. Okay? So that's for the dark uniform. And you also want to do the same thing for the light uniform. You're going to come down to light, click on it, go to feet, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put on the bone nose shoes. Alright, we're back at the main screen. You could probably go to the challenge from the screen you were just at, but I thought I'd go to the main screen, make it simpler. So you come to the yard, and what you're going to click on is live events. And that's where the ball challenges are going to be, in the live events. Now, I don't know if you complete these objectives specifically in the ball event, or you could do it in any campaign. Ball is back, but I think the ball events just to unlock like the back plate, the gloves. I'm gonna go to the first one. Now, before we click play, this is something I found out. You're gonna have two separate archetypes for your character. You're gonna have a running back archetype, and then to complete two objectives, and then a QB archetype to complete the one or two objectives. So, you go to edit class, and you have all these different classes. Now, I'm going to show you first how to get the break tackles and the stiff arms. You can also get the diving touchdowns, but I think it's easier if you do the diving touchdowns with the 40-yard, touchdowns. So, you come over to class, and for the first one, we're going to set our class to Juggernaut, because we have these abilities down here. And what those abilities do is, just like Ultimate Team, they give you better animations to stiff arm and truck break tackle your opponent. So first, we're going to edit your class and become a Juggernaut. So that's what you want to do first. Then, we're going to come over to play, and it's going to make us pick a team. Now, for the first set of objectives, I like to play, I'm going to have my receiver and middle linebacker. So it's easier to run up the field and stiff arm or truck the defender. So you're going to play middle linebacker and center. Got to use like the person with the sneakers to play. And then for your, player, you just, you pick anything. I unlocked Mahomes through the campaign. I did. I'm going to pick Claypool. He's a Steeler. He's a big body out there. Claypool's a beast if you're trying to do the next two objectives. Let's see, I'll pick Joe Hayden because we need a defensive guy, another Steeler. Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, another fast receiver. Then we got Lamar, I'll pick Bosa, a defensive guy. Because if you don't know the yard, it's like house rules. You get 3 drives each, and whoever has the most points at the end of each player's 3 drives wins. And I will show you a defensive play that I like to use, or I found out it's easy to use. So, we're going to load up into the yard. Like it says, it's like a house rules. Now, I blinkers on, and he's going that way across the left side of the field. So I hike the ball, I throw it to him, and I stiff arm. See how it's that stiff arm? Now sometimes it's not going to count as a stiff arm. I had to do this a lot. But throw it to him, stiff arm him, I think that counts as a stiff arm. And you can keep going back to the objectives to make sure that it counts. So we're going to hike again, click it. That was a truck. You saw that truck animation? So that was a brake tackle. I clicked the stick by accident, but that was a brake tackle. Let's see if we can stiff one more time. Stiff arm, I don't know if that counted. Because stiff arm is really annoying. You might have to do it a few times. So now, I'm going to show you guys a defensive play really quick. That I like to do, I like to come over to goal line. Is this the play? Yeah, goal line zone blitz. And I'm the middle linebacker. I just put myself in a zone, and I use her. Okay, he caught that. But, oh no, yeah, he caught that. But I just like to use her, and eventually you will get a stop, a hit stick, or, you know, a turnover. You will get it eventually. Now, let's go to the other two objectives. Alright, so if we come back to this screen right here, we go to edit class. Now we've done our player that can choose to be a QB archetype. So what I was doing, I was over to the magician because it has running gun. You got gunslinger and you got running plays if you need it. So, we're going to go into, we set our archetype, we're going to go into play, and just like before, we're going to pick the position we need. So instead of picking the middle linebacker, now we're going to have our player that can choose at QB and safety, because you're going to throw the ball up. So, we've got fast players. So they'll pick Devin Knight. They'll pick, I guess we'll take Jerry Judy. They're not giving me Claypool this time. They'll take CeeDee Lamb. Let's see. Joe Hayden. Alright, they'll take Scary Terry. And for the halfback, guess we'll take Zeke, a blocking. So now all we gotta do, the same play, we just gotta put our fastest receiver on a streak and just throw it up for a 40-yard TD. And before you get in the end zone, you click X, and just like an ultimate team, you do a dive. That's all you do. You might have to do it a couple of times. Keep checking your objective status, but that's what you have to do. Now let's see, I'll show you guys. I wish you could skip that screen. Now, we're gonna pick Dish. There's a Jerry, Judy, and CeeDee Lamb. Alright, so we're gonna streak CeeDee. We're gonna hike it, wait for a moment, and throw it up. Now CeeDee caught it, and there you go. Dive right there. We got a 40-yard TD, and a dive. So I showed you the 40-yard touchdown once. I didn't want to have to keep playing through the opponent's offensive drive just to show you again. You get the gist of it. Just pick your fastest player, then you're picking the players. Just pick a fast receiver and lob it up. If the dives into the end zone doesn't count with the receiver because you're not wearing the shoes, you might have to do it with the halfback archetype. the person got stiff arming and trucking, so you might have to do that, but that's an easy way to do this. I learned myself last night how to do it. Like I said, I looked on YouTube. They didn't really show me or explain to me that the person, you needed to do the objectives that the person wearing the shoes for it to count. So, be aware of that. If it don't count, keep doing it. It might take a while. Keep going back and checking the objectives, how many more you have to do. It took me like an hour. The boat Jackson is a 91, but it's not that good. 88 speed. I really did it to quicksell it for the training, so I could power up some of my Steelers players. That's why I did it, but that boat Jackson's not that good. They're getting a better bow with the Blitz promo, so look out for that. But I hope this helped you guys. I hope this was a better explanation. I tried to do it as good as I can. I'm not that good at explaining things, but I hope this helped. Please leave a like if this helped. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on your post notifications so you know when I upload. Have a nice day, guys. Peace.